We brought the Phoenix out here all the way on the other side of the world to prove that we are the fastest group in the whole world. We've used to go down really bad streets.
The asphalt has seen its share of legends, but few burn as brightly as Ryan Martin. His Fireball Camaro is a force, a blur of speed and power that has dominated the no-prep scene. Yet behind every victory lies a fierce battle, and for Ryan, some rivals have pushed him harder than any other. These are the 5 street outlaws who ignited a special kind of fire within him, turning races into personal crusades. Ryan Martin's early life and rise. Before Ryan Martin became a household name in the world of street outlaws, his passion for speed was already burning bright. His journey into the high-octane world of drag racing began early, in high school, when he saved up enough money to buy his first car, a 1989 Ford Mustang. Even though he had just gotten his driver's license, his love for racing and building fast cars pulled him to the drag strip almost every weekend. Ryan's path was not just about driving, it was about building. He co-owns B&R Performance, a busy shop focused on high-performance cars. This business was thriving even before he joined the Street Outlaws show, showing his deep understanding of automotive mechanics and his drive to succeed. This hands-on experience, combined with years of hard work and racing, allowed him to live out his dream of driving his famous Fireball Camaro, a true monster on the track that makes around 3,500 horsepower. The Fireball Camaro itself has a rich history of evolution. It is a 6th-gen Camaro, known as the fastest Camaro in the world in no-prep racing, holding that title for years. Ryan has driven different versions, including a pro-charged ZL1 Camaro and a screw-blown Camaro SS. In early 2017, the Fireball team worked with BMR suspension to make the car launch even harder. They aimed to remove any flex from the rear suspension, replacing factory parts with stronger, adjustable ones. This meant installing new upper and lower trailing arms and upper control arms. They even replaced the soft rubber factory cradle bushings with solid Delrin versions, which are better for performance, even if they make the ride less comfortable. Over the next few months, Ryan and his crew made many changes and adjustments, trying to make everything work together. The big reduction in suspension flex meant the car hit the tires much harder. This hard work paid off. After breaking a differential and a transmission along the way, they slowly figured out how much power the car could put to the ground and how quickly it could be used. All this effort led to the Fireball Camaro becoming the first 6th-gen Camaro to run an 8-second quarter-mile pass. They also achieved the quickest LT-powered car at Thunder Valley Raceway. This dedication to constant improvement and technical mastery is a hallmark of Ryan's career, setting the stage for his intense rivalries. Kai Kelly. When you talk about Ryan Martin's biggest rivals, Kai Kelly's name always comes up first. Their races were not just about who was faster, they were epic showdowns, often for huge amounts of money, making every pass a heart-stopping drama. Imagine the tension at Shadyside Dragway, where Ryan and Kai faced off in a $75,000 winner-takes-all battle. Both drivers, legends in their own right, brought their best cars and fiercest determination. Reputations were on the line, and the air crackled with pure racing passion. It was street racing at its finest, a true test of who had the better machine and the stronger will. But not every battle went Ryan's way. There was a dramatic $20,000 race where Ryan made a critical mistake, a red light error that instantly handed the win to Kai Kelly. Ryan's car, a stunning 1969 Camaro, pushed over 3,000 horsepower through small tires, a beast he usually steered with amazing skill. But under that kind of pressure, even the best can slip. That single misstep cost Ryan a lot of money and added fuel to the fire between them. It was a harsh reminder that in the world of no-prep racing, a tiny fraction of a second can change everything, turning a sure win into a bitter loss and deepening the story of their rivalry. The tension between Ryan and Kai reached a boiling point in another unforgettable race, leaving Kai absolutely fuming. Kai was given a very short time, just 30 minutes, to get his car ready to race Ryan. While he might have had a bit more time, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, the rules were strict. The race had to move forward to avoid racing late into the cold night. Kai's car was not ready in time, so Ryan made a solo pass and took the win by default. Kai was furious. He felt it was not true racing. He was especially upset about having to pull and reinstall his motor for nothing, a frustrating setback that deeply angered him. However, Ryan would soon get his chance for payback. In a thrilling final round of a high-stakes, small-tire, no-prep race, Ryan Martin grabbed a huge victory, beating Kai Kelly for a $20,000 prize. Kai had upgraded to a new Pat Musi 903CI nitrous motor, hoping to outrun Ryan, but his new nitrous setup put up a serious fight, only to be stopped by a dramatic wheelie that cost him the race. Ryan's precise driving and the raw power of his Phoenix Camaro sealed the win, proving that small tire battles were more exciting than ever. This win was not just about the money. It was about showing who was boss and getting bragging rights back in a rivalry built on constant new ideas and the endless chase for perfect machines and driving skills. The back-and-forth nature of their battles, with both drivers always pushing their cars and abilities, makes their competitive hate a key part of the Street Outlaws story. Kai himself admitted after one loss that Ryan Martin had a bad hot rod and was the better man that night, promising to go home, do his homework, and come back strong. This mutual respect, even in defeat, highlights the true nature of their rivalry. Daddy Dave. Moving from the intense rivalry with Kai Kelly, we now look at another giant Ryan Martin has faced, Daddy Dave. One of their most talked about moments was the famous Win Light controversy. In this race, Ryan felt he clearly won. He even had a 360 GoPro camera on his car that showed him a full car length or so ahead of Dave. Yet, Dave's win light mysteriously came on. This left both racers confused. Ryan said, "I don't know what they're going to do, but that's still not my final call, just because I know I won. They've got to figure out what to do about that, because a wind light is usually a win light." But this is one of the biggest controversies we've literally probably ever had. And it has to be with me and my buddy Dave. It sucks. I don't like it. Despite the fierce competition and controversial moments, Ryan and Dave have shown a surprising level of respect for each other. Before a very important final race when Dave's car had problems, Ryan, showing true sportsmanship, actually loaned him a part. This act of helping, even between rivals, speaks volumes about the hidden bond that exists in the racing community. This shows that their intense rivalry is about wanting to be the best, not about personal dislike. Daddy Dave's strong will to move up the ranks was always clear. He was often seen pushing his car, Goliath, to its limits, especially when he felt he did not belong at his current spot on the list. Dave would push his car to its absolute best, sometimes even having to pedal it halfway down the track, which allowed Ryan to win in one instance. This constant drive to get better and compete, even when he was unhappy with his position, is a key part of Dave's personality. It shows that both racers are always getting better, making their head-to-head battles not just about skill, but about the sheer desire to win. The ongoing chase for victory against such a determined opponent like Dave adds a lot of weight to Ryan's competitive spirit, making every win against him a hard-earned triumph. Dave himself has said that Ryan is very dominant because he can change his car setups or even cars to always have the best equipment, but he also admitted that Ryan has the skill to use all that equipment. This shows a deep understanding and respect for Ryan's abilities, even when they are rivals. Scott Taylor. The world of Street Outlaws is full of tough challengers, and Scott Taylor stands out as one of Ryan Martin's most difficult opponents. Their rivalry was a true back-and-forth story, showing extreme competitiveness and constant changes from both sides. In their early invitational races, the winds swung like a pendulum. Ryan secured an initial victory, only for Scott to deliver a crushing blow in their next encounter. A race where Scott destroyed Ryan, proving his capability to dominate. However, Ryan, always the competitor, managed to barely clip Scott in a later race, showing how tiny the differences were between these two top racers. This constant exchange of wins and losses kept fans on the edge of their seats, showing how both drivers pushed their limits and their cars to get even a small advantage. The pinnacle of their competitive story came in a high-stakes $40,000 final race. This was not just any race. It was a battle for the Season 3 championship. In a gripping showdown, Ryan Martin finally beat Scott Taylor, winning the highly desired title and the large prize money. This victory was a huge achievement for Ryan, making him a true champion in the No Prep King series. However, even with this big win, the rivalry was far from over. The ongoing nature of their battles and Scott's constant presence as a threat shows that in the tough world of street racing, no lead is truly safe, and every win is hard-earned. The constant challenge from Scott Taylor pushed Ryan to always get better, making their competitive relationship a very important part of both their careers and the overall drama of the show. Scott Taylor himself said that Ryan Martin earned the win, and that is why he is the Season 3 champion, acknowledging Ryan's skill. Adding another layer of challenge to their rivalry were the mechanical problems that sometimes troubled Scott Taylor. In one crucial race, his car suffered a motor breakdown, forcing him to coast to a loss in the first round. Scott himself admitted it was a humbling experience, saying that it lets me know that parts attrition is going to be a big thing. He noted that constant back-to-back racetracks are hard on parts, and that his car basically quit in the middle of the run, shutting off about 3 seconds in. These technical issues, which can hit even the most skilled and prepared racers, directly affected the outcome of their battles. Such setbacks, while frustrating, only make racers like Scott more determined to come back stronger, further increasing the competition for Ryan. Jeff Lutz. Not all rivalries come from direct competition. Sometimes the most intense feelings, a kind of hate for the situation itself, come from shared, terrible experiences. This was the case with Ryan Martin and Jeff Lutz after a shocking Corvette crash during Street Outlaws Season 13, Episode 7. Ryan had brought Billy's Corvette to Jeff Lutz, and what started as a quick burnout for the daily driver shootout quickly turned into a disaster. They immediately lost control, crashing into the side of the road and ending up in a bush. This heartbreaking event shook the entire Street Outlaws community, showing the raw reality and dangers of high-speed racing. The aftermath of the crash was immediate and clear. The Corvette was badly damaged, a loss of property that was hard to accept. Yet, despite the destruction, the night of grudge racing continued, a sign of how relentless the sport is. The real impact of this event, however, was seen in Jeff Lutz's thoughts. He stressed that while cars are tools that can be replaced and rebuilt, friends are not. Doc. Even within the close-knit 405 team, fierce individual rivalries appear, and Doc is a perfect example of a strategic opponent for Ryan Martin. Their competitive relationship shows the complex connections in Street Outlaws, where teammates can still be intense rivals for their own glory. A memorable and unusual clash between them was the double red light race. In this incident, both Ryan Martin and Doc started too early, resulting in red light violations. Despite both making mistakes, Ryan still snatched the win by default. This controversial victory, where a technicality rather than pure speed decided the outcome, added another layer to their competitive history. It showed that even when errors happen, the rules of the game can lead to unexpected winners, sparking discussions and highlighting the unpredictable nature of no-prep racing. Ryan Martin's consistent dominance on the track often forced other teams to unite against him, a clear sign of how strong he was. Team NOLA and Team Texas, for example, openly met to make plans to take him down. This strategic alliance shows Ryan's position as a top threat in the No Prep Kings series. His consistent performance meant that rivals had to work together, realizing that one driver was powerful enough to need a group effort to beat him. This raises the drama beyond simple one-on-one races, adding a layer of strategic gameplay where Ryan is the main target, constantly facing planned efforts from the competition. Doc, even though he is a loyal member of the 405 team, is a fierce competitor driven by a strong desire to win. He constantly pushes his limits and faces his own challenges, just like any top racer. In one race, he suffered a tough loss to Birdman, a strong opponent from Texas. Doc admitted there's no shame in losing against Birdman. I mean, he's the baddest man. I got mad respect for him. Doc also faced car issues, such as his car spinning its tires and drifting, leading to him being clipped at the end by an opponent. He acknowledged the need to go back, do my homework all over the traction control and everything else. These moments show Doc's dedication to improving his performance and his willingness to face setbacks head-on. His competitive spirit, even when battling a teammate like Ryan, highlights the intense drive for individual success that defines these racers, making their internal feuds just as exciting as external rivalries. Ryan Martin's personal life and future on the street. Beyond the roar of the engines and the intense rivalries, Ryan Martin's life is also shaped by his personal connections and his vision for the future of racing. Ryan shares his life with his longtime partner, Cherish Casey, affectionately known to fans as Mama Fireball. They have been together for over 6 years and share a son named Dax. Cherish is not just a life partner. She is an active partner in their business, B&R Performance, and in raising their son. Ryan's popularity goes far beyond the racetrack. He has a strong presence on social media, where he regularly shares updates on his racing adventures, behind-the-scenes moments from Street Outlaws, and content that connects with car fans around the world. This connection with his fan base is a testament to his genuine passion and hard work. Looking ahead, Ryan Martin is not slowing down. He is making big moves for 2025, officially confirming his entry into pro mod racing with a brand new 1969 Camaro. This car is built to dominate, with multiple engine options, including Pro Charger and screw blower setups. His 2025 schedule includes major races across the U.S. and Canada, promising another season packed with high-stakes action. He has also brought back his gray Camaro with a Pro Charger setup for Speed Promotions Racing and No Prep Kings Season 8, sticking with a consistent and tunable setup that works well on no prep tracks. This car also features a Liberty transmission upgrade. Ryan's influence extends beyond just driving. He is seen as a technical icon, a man who built the idea of data-driven racing in No Prep Kings. Many experts believe his future might not just be on the starting line, but in building a lasting legacy. He has plans to launch a tuning academy, run simulated track workshops, and grow the Fireball Performance brand into the consumer market. This shows a shift towards ensuring that future generations of racers have the tools and knowledge to continue pushing the limits of speed. When it comes to his financial success, Ryan Martin has built his wealth through his racing career and his business ventures. He had a successful car shop, B&R Performance, even before he became famous on the show. This business, combined with his winnings from races and his celebrity status, has allowed him to achieve a reported net worth of $2 million. This self-made success story is a big part of his appeal, showing that his dedication and hard work have paid off both on and off the track. Ryan Martin's journey in Street Outlaws is a powerful story of the endless pursuit of victory, shaped by intense and complex rivalries. These feuds, whether they came from direct competition, unexpected shared disasters, or the strategic dynamics of team play, have deeply influenced his path. They are not just battles on the track, but real-life challenges that Ryan overcomes with heart, pushing him to lead and constantly improve himself in the high-stakes world of street racing.